This is my task 2, my presentation, an argument against overparenting. We have all heard the saying, parenting doesn't come with an instruction manual, and that's true. At many different points over the course of our children's lives, all parents struggle with the dilemma of how they will raise their children. In recent years, though, there seems to be an uprising of what is now known as the helicopter parent. This term is used to describe the hovering mother. She is the one with the hand sanitizer and the first aid kit. She may spend more time walking the halls of her children's elementary school than the custodian. She is armed with gluten-free, peanut-free cupcakes and a box of antibacterial hand wipes just in case. New research suggests that this kind of sheltering or overparenting can be harmful to children by contributing to a lack of coping skills, a higher risk of adolescent anxiety disorders, and a dependency on caregivers that goes way beyond the average timeline of 18 years. Sheltered children do not learn valuable coping skills. They have a higher risk and incidence of anxiety disorders. Sheltered children can develop dependency issues that can be debilitating. My first point, sheltered children do not develop valuable coping skills. Children who are continuously shielded from life's frustrations or whose parents jump right in to help are less equipped to enter the workforce than their peers. A study done by Clayton in 2004 shows that children need time to think through dilemmas on their own. That is how problem-solving skills are built. When kids are deprived of the opportunities to practice these skills, they find themselves overwhelmed in the workforce. They are less likely to be motivated self-starters that employers are looking for. Being exposed to adversity and challenges at a young age actually stimulates the part of the brain responsible for coping strategies. Kaczynski in 2009 showed a study that illustrated these points. No parent wants to see their child disappointed or hurt, but each experience in these departments actually helps your child's brain grow and develop properly. Exercising this part of the brain as a child makes dealing with disappointments and overcoming obstacles as an adult more successful. Studies have shown that children who are exposed to slightly higher levels of stress or had ample opportunity to practice coping strategies had an increased speed and rate of success in these areas in adulthood. Additionally, for children who are allowed to feel stress and problem solve on their own, that same study by Clayton in 2004 shows that they actually build more confidence in facing novel situations and higher self-esteem. My second point is a higher risk of anxiety disorders. A study by Bernstein in 2011 showed that children of overprotective parents are more likely to suffer separation anxiety and actually refuse to go to school. At least one study shows a correlation between overparenting and teen pain catastrophizing, meaning that children show pain or show signs of pain in front of their overprotective parents that are at higher levels. They've shown chronic pain and even learned helplessness. A study by Welcome in 2013 showed that when separated from those parents, or in some cases after those parents participated in behavior therapy, teens actually rated pain levels as much lower. Although many anxiety disorders are hereditary, studies show that children of helicopter parents are more likely to be allowed to avoid the things that they fear, in actuality confirming the validity of that fear in the child's eyes. This avoidance in childhood can lead to phobias and anxieties in adulthood. My third point, dependency on parents. In the constant pursuit to shelter children from growing up too quickly, overprotective parents inadvertently prolong childhood. A study by a study included in Estraf Morano's A Nation of Wimps in 2004 showed that when parents allow their kids to postpone responsibility for their actions, the dependency on those parents lasts well beyond 18 years. Even entering college no longer cuts the proverbial apron strings. College students are in almost constant contact with their parents, and Estraf Morano also shows that many parents take meetings with professors and deans to argue their child's grades or even how they're treated by professors. When children are raised to depend on their parents for every need, every question, and to buffer every confrontation, they never develop skills on their own. This leads to perpetual dependency and can last through high school, college, and even indefinitely. There's also been a study done by Goldberg in 2012 that shows that these overprotective parenting skills in some cases can lead to a dependent personality disorder. Research shows that overparenting can cause harm to children in the long term. While protecting our children from harm is necessary, protecting them from life's every curveball is a disservice. We must let our children face progressively more complicated challenges, fight their own battles when warranted, and practice real-world problem solving. If we take advantage of life's teachable moments and find opportunities to instill values and confidence in our children, we teach them that they can and should trust their instincts. The main goal of parenting is to teach skills necessary to be successful adults. Parents need to take a step back and trust that their kids have been paying attention and need to practice these skills on their own. While it's good for them to know that mom and dad support them emotionally, we must also help them learn to stand on their own. I will show some visual aids and then we'll get into questions. This is one of the studies that I was speaking of. I have to make sure they can see that. That shows that children between 13 and 18 years who've experienced anxiety has now reached 20%. And then this was also included in the Estraf-Morano, A Nation of Wimps, which is the number of individuals who had met the classic benchmarks of adulthood by age 30. And as you can see, hopefully see from 1960 to 2000, the number of males and females who reached those classic benchmarks of maturity has dropped significantly. Audience questions?
What can a parent do to stop the cycle of overparenting?
What can a parent do to stop the cycle of overparenting? Let's see. I would first say that behavioral therapy is a wonderful tool. This is shown by Welcome in 2013. Practicing and stepping back and letting your child have space and freedom to make their own choices is a step in the right direction. Any more questions?
How early should I start giving my child chances to make independent choices?
Estraf-Morano's 2004 study also shows that this should begin in infancy. A child as young as 6 months can show preference for something. As your child grows, you will notice their drive to be independent. Beginning in the toddler years, you will see that I'll do it myself phase. Take advantage of those teachable moments. It may require more patience, but the time is well worth the effort to help your child learn the value of accomplishing things on their own. This is an argument against overparenting. Thank you.